Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. 6 things that disciplined traders do all the time. Discipline is so important as a trader or investor, and so I want to help you with these 6 ideas that you can try for yourself. And these are in no particular order. I would say they're all important. First, I want to start with this one. Disciplined traders wait for the trade to come to them. You're not chasing the price. All right, you're not constantly adjusting your price away from you. Okay, if the trade runs away from you, it runs away from you. I like to just place my limit order, and then if it gets filled, it gets filled. All right, so here's an example on the Schwab trading platform. And let's say you put in your limit order, and I like limit orders. Okay. And then if the order gets filled, great. If it doesn't, if the price goes away from you, that's okay. I'm not constantly trying to chase after it. You'd be surprised. You might be surprised at how often you put your limit order in and then the price wobbles and wiggles around and then at some point during the day hits your limit order and the order gets filled. It does not happen like that all the time. A lot of times that will not happen. But if the price runs away from me, okay, no big deal. Or maybe I'll add a penny, add another penny, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. All right, so let the price come to you. That's a great idea. The next one is you don't have to trade every day. I mean, you can, I guess, if there are great setups every day, but are there really great setups every day? Probably not. There are probably going to be days when there are no great setups, and you're not looking for just kind of okay setups. You're looking for the great ones. You're being disciplined, and you're being selective and picky with the trades that you take. So it's okay to go a full day without trading, or even take a day off. That's fine as well, if you choose to do that. How about journaling every trade? I think that's something that disciplined traders do. Sometimes you might think, oh, well, that's only for beginners. I mean, it's a great idea for beginners. But if you're intermediate or advanced, you can still do it and it can still benefit you. Journaling your trades, your profits, your losses, and how you felt emotionally when you place those trades and when you exit them as well. Reviewing your losses, that could be part of the journaling process. What happened? Not just how much you lost in a trade, but why did it happen? Did you do anything wrong? You don't always necessarily lose because you did something wrong, though. Okay, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you had a really good setup, and just whatever went against you. That's going to happen sometimes. All right, but then other times you might have lost money on a trade because you got emotional. Maybe you were chasing the price like we just talked about earlier today, something like that. Okay, so reviewing your losses is something that disciplined traders do. Also, not overtrading, never overtrading. All right, so we talked about before being picky, being selective with your setups, only trading the best ones. All right, if you're boredom trading or revenge trading, that kind of thing, then you're overtrading. All right, so less can be more sometimes. Less trading can actually be better because you're picking only the best ones. And brushing off your trades, all right? If you take a loss and you learn from it and you stop doing that thing that you did wrong in the future, then you can forgive yourself, all right? Or, you know what, if you had a really good setup and you didn't do anything wrong, you decide that it was still a good trade and you just took a loss because some trades are unlucky. Some trades just go against you even though you did it correctly. Then, you can just move on. You can brush off your trades as long as either you really didn't do anything wrong and it was just bad luck, it went against you, or maybe you did something wrong but you learned from it. And then you just can move on to the next trade and not dwell over it. You don't want a revenge trade to try to make that up hastily. All right. You want to stay disciplined at all times, and that's what this is all about. All right. So I hope this was helpful to you. I do offer coaching, davidmodell@gmail.com if you're interested in that. Be picky, be selective, and be disciplined. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.